mm, it would be more of a situation where all the people would have to fend for themselves, and the president and so forth would go into a secret place, saying, dodging the disaster. And the people would find themselves having to deal with that in that way if it becomes a world out disaster, anarchy, all kinds of vulgar shit. When people sort of like you see in the movie, The Purge, being forever. You know what I'm saying? Is what these demon Democrats seems to want to do while they build secret facilities all up in space. You know what I mean? And we find ourselves in this. And the people are left for their own. But when it comes to this fake, made up disaster, there's a mandate with, you know what I'm saying, is a mandate with a in and an out. When you really think about it, with an in and an out. Any true law knows that and must stand to overstand on it. The court and mayor and governor seems to forget this procedure, that when it comes to a certain point of disaster or anything, the people must prepare themselves for themselves, not be put under a mandate of any sort. You know what I'm saying? But they seem to forget that, and they put a lot of mandates on the people based on a procedure saying that if you put this in you, you're gonna be all right, and then you're gonna hit me with 1, 2, 3, and 4. You know what I'm saying? When you really look at it, but any law knows that. You know what I'm saying? They must stand on it to let the people choose and decide their own thing. The courts and mayors and governors seem to forget this, but setting one up, blocking, you know what I'm saying, even when it comes to titles, you know what I'm saying, in the court, should have, you know what I'm saying, a merit. It should have a merit. To me, this is nothing but wordplay by the court playing with the people. The matter is my life. Let's just be 100 here. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like you're playing with the people in the court as we move along. My choice is my life, my choice, and that's a fact of the matter that the courts and the United States and any lawmaker must stand on. With in any time they don't stand on that, then something else is wrong and something they did to feel that they owned you. So what is the trick that they played, and what it is that have that grip that they're forcing you into a mandate, even a situation, and you are not safe? Is the question. The state should not be, you know what I'm saying, bribing workers to take a medical treatment. You know what I'm saying? They are workers, not slaves. They did not sign any contract saying they must take a shot, is what we see in here. You know what I'm saying? Or take a shot, or be fired. Didn't sign no applications or anything when you applied for the job that said that if you didn't do that, you would be fired. Where is that contract? So the state has reneged on the workers' contract at higher. You know what I'm saying? That would make the state, in violation of employment contract. You see what I'm saying? So you have so if the government did not secure anything for its workers at all in under any kind of condition other than I say you do. You know what I'm saying? Which is a violation of the contract of employment, and the state is at fault. And that goes for the courts as well, governors and mayors. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The state pushing discrimination now. Pushing discrimination now on city workers and healthcare workers and police officers. They're discriminating. That's very rare indeed. What needs to be checked by the people, because these services are essential to the people. Let's be 100. While you're listening down there, not 3 times on the pipe. But yeah, we have to get that straight. You know what I'm saying? When we look at that, you know what I'm saying? But it seems like they're posing discrimination on the people as a whole. So we have to look at that. You know what I mean? Because now the state seems to be in doing this based on a medical vibe and pushing a racist discrimination in employment of their own. You know what I mean? You know, on the police officer when it comes to, you know, employers such as the state asking workers to take a shot, a medical treatment, the state has no place. So the mandates, to me, is out of place. And that's a fact of point blank. When we really look at it, the mandate seems to be even something completely out of place. When we look at it, because the state has, to me, posed a pandemic, not the employees, and not even the civilians. So for the state to place a mandate on employees is a violation of the state to do so on healthy employees, and even, over its citizens and children. You know what I'm saying? Especially, the state should not have that right to do so. Again, this is an overreach of power, same as what Como did. The people bear no such contract, unless the government do have a contract with other countries, maybe without bird paper. You know what I'm saying? Give me my ass a sign, stop playing with me. You know what I mean? Is it so? Mm-hmm. You're giving everything to everybody else, but I don't see you giving me mine. But it seems like they may have, because the people does not have any contract. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a state choice to call it a pandemic and impose restrictions and mandates. It wasn't of the people. So the people should have a choice against the state. The state should not be able to fire the employee based on that, because you're not asking the employee to do something that is based on facts and through research to where we can prove, or you can prove to us this and show us the true facts of all things within this bullshit trade. Let's be honest. It was them that posed the restrictions and mandates. You know what I'm saying? Same if the state chose, it's the same as if the state chose the path. Then, if the state chose the path, then that is a state's choice. You know what I'm saying? But it's without proven facts, as we see. The state is not given no such facts outside of the method. You know what I'm saying? So firing the workers and state workers, the police officers especially, you know what I'm saying, who's in protection on the streets and be here to solve certain problems and get rid of this back and forth killing shit that going on. So we don't need it in the police department because it's a noble job and we don't need to hear it. But people sometimes push the issue. You know what I'm saying? But to put the mandates on these workers, then the state must, you know what I'm saying, if this is the case that you're pushing on them, which is their life choice, you know what I'm saying, because we know that it's an experiment based on your facts, you know what I'm saying, then the state must pay each employee who work for them and must lift the mandates over them, especially because they did not sign any contract of sort. So we have to look at that. They are in violation. You know what I'm saying? The state is violating their human rights and causing, harm to its employees and citizens. No state should be allowed to mandate any of its citizens into a medical treatment because it matters life choice. You know what I'm saying? It matters the life choice, not the right choice. So, you know what I mean? Not even just the rights, human, like when they say human rights and civil rights and all that, that's not the issue. It's a life choice. So therefore, all rights should be applied and not even argued. That's automatic. We see. So the Constitution have no place in the case nor religion. What matter again is life choice. All other jokes aside. So, you know what I'm saying? Without government in the matter also, that life choice should be the people's choice without government in it. You know what I'm saying? Because, they cannot ensure, you know what I'm saying, that there would be no harm. And the harm is coming from their own. That's a fact and point blank. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from them. You know what I mean? And don't forget to vote on them saying no, you know what I'm saying, on the 1, 3, and 4, if it blocks the corruption, you know what I'm saying, and especially if it keep the progressive, I guess, demon Democrats from, you know what I'm saying, from the demon Democrats. Well, actually, it keeps them from doing any bullshit, but from apparently they have placed 3 proposals on the ballot that's inviting voter fraud and partisan redistricting votes no, but we need to vote no on the ballot, you know what I'm saying, against something like that. On the proposal 1, 3, and 4, turn over the ballot and vote no on 1, 3, and 4, you know what I'm saying, to protect fair elections. And that's a fact and point blank. If that's what it is, that's what it is. Because like I said, the even Democrats need to be spanked. You know what I'm saying? So we've got to make sure that the vote, you know what I'm saying, that we must vote that to provide fair election. You know what I'm saying? So vote no and stop the demon Democrats from redistricting and stealing, of our election. We cannot allow the demon Democrats to change our election process. So vote no to block them. You know what I'm saying? To block them. We must show our power of the people. You know what I'm saying? We must show our power of the people and shut down their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They prove that they are full of